3 a.m. I just touched down. Wanna call me a buzz down. It's love over lust now. I don't know who to trust now. Tell me who can I trust now? Hey, yeah. It's 3 a.m. I just touched down. Wanna call me the buzz down. It's love over lust now. I don't know who to trust now. Yeah, who can I trust now? Hey, lately I've been on the go. School is home away from home. Inner teed up on my own. Load up the beat, bitch, I'm in my zone. I feel alive today. Don't fuck up my vibe today. Don't come at me stirring my pot. You might get erased from the plot and end up on the plot of them grass blades. They be throwing me mad shade. All this ducking and dodging, your offs in the wavelengths. But you negative headspace. That version of me that you thought that you knew had been newly updated. I'm activated. Whatever they on, oversaturated. I'm the cure, my intention is pure. My life been a blur, yes sir. Yeah. I've been stitching my wounds and flipping my tunes and versing my curses. I wrote it in braille, never stale. I spoke it in cursive. I'm not from where earth is. The features ethereal, the ancestors surging through veins. I've been curving and purging all person in places and things that don't serve me. My hands on the cloud, my feet where the turf is. That's perfect. On God, bitch, yeah, I'm activated. Control, burning down trees. Big shout out my ashtrays. Never empty, I'm litty. I've been painting the city. Still painting the city. It's 3 a.m. I just touched down. Wanna call me the buzz down. It's love over lust now. I don't know who to trust now. Tell me who can I trust now? Hey, yeah. It's 3 a.m. I just touched down. Wanna call me the buzz down. It's love over lust now. I don't know who to trust now. Yeah, who can I trust now? I've been painting the city. It's 3 a.m. I just touched down. Wanna call me the buzz down.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking, all right? So shout out to everybody who is in the building early. It is good to see each and every one of you. I hope you guys are starting your day out great. If you guys can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you guys are having any technical issues whatsoever, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face, and I will try to work on them. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody that's in the building early, all right? Shout out to Catsy. What's good with it, Catsy? We got PD that remains in the building. Shout out to my man, Professor Days. We got DSA in the house. We got Vovo 2 Love in the building. Shout out to Mama Zeke. What's good with you? We got Karen Dorsey in the house. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man, John Guillory. We got Brooklyn Queen. Good to see you, Brooklyn Queen. Throw some like enforcers in the chat for Brooklyn Queen, enforcing them likes early. Make sure y'all show her some love. Definitely appreciate it. Shout out to my man, DC Precise in the building. We got Tedra Mitchell. Shout out to you, Tedra. We got Crew Reality. What's good with you, bro? We got my man Kurt Alton in the building. Shout out to you, bro. And we got Win Loser Rug. It's good to see each and every one of y'all. All right. Shout out to y'all. It is good to see y'all. So what we're gonna start with first is we're gonna start with your girl Tiffany Dalton. Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of Dalton. I said Tiffany Dalton. Who is Tiffany Dalton? Y'all like, who is Tiffany Dalton, man? Tiffany Henyard. Now, we talked about Tiffany Henyard months ago. You know what I'm saying? Months ago. If you guys haven't seen the videos that I've done on Tiffany Henyard, you guys should check them out. Got a couple over here, got a couple over on the other channel. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you guys check them out to get the backstory. All right. But what we have now are some new allegations and some new drama that has taken place at one of the trustee meetings. All right. So we're going to take a look. And my question for you guys is, where is this Tiffany Henyard saga going to end? What is going to end up happening to her? Shout out to Tedra. Tedra said she is in big trouble. Big trouble. You know what I'm saying? If you guys agree that that's what's about to go down, then give me a thumbs down. If you guys, or give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down. I think last time where we left off with the Tiffany Henyard saga is that the FBI were actually called in to do some investigating on some shade. You know what I'm saying? On some shade. Shout out to Katsy. Yo, throw the information in the Discord and I'll look into it. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of the Discord, if you're not part of the Discord, take a moment, hit that link that's pinned in the chat. All right. If that link doesn't work, let us know, and one of the mods will get a fresh link for you and post it in the chat. All right.
Developing tonight, fiery confrontations in the south suburbs, and battle leaders in Dalton faced angry residents and members of their own board.
And for the first time, we heard from the woman who says she was assaulted by a village trustee. CBS 2's Robb has been on top of all the developments and is live tonight.
Now, let me ask you guys this. How do you all feel about this? Honestly, I'm not trying to be funny, man, but I'm really tired of hearing all of these headlines about these people not conducting themselves in a normal fashion so that things can get done in the town. If you ask me, this is a really bad look for Dalton. You know what I mean? And you got to ask yourself the question, as outraged as people are about this, who put these people in charge? How do people like this get in charge? And then you have a bunch of people running around outraged. It doesn't make any sense.
In Dalton, Jermont.
Erica and Joe, residents came out early for this scheduled trustee meeting. Now, they have a slew of concerns, from spending, the FBI subpoenas, not to mention that lawsuits involving a former city employee. Now, that woman claims that she was sexually assaulted by current board trustee Andrew Holmes while on a village-funded trip to Las Vegas. Tonight, for the first time, this woman identifies herself publicly.
We love you. We love you.
Outside Dalton Village Hall, angry residents rally. As they do, they surround this woman who says she's the person who was sexually assaulted back in 2023.
I was not prepared to talk today, but to see y'all, this is very overwhelming. At first, it was like it was just me by myself. And a year later, for me to see y'all standing with me.
Fania Dukes filed a civil lawsuit claiming Dalton.
I'm not trying to be funny, man, but like with all of the allegations and all of this weird stuff going on with Tiffany Henyard, they need to start calling her Tiffany Henyard the mayor maker. Because she kind of sounded like she a little bit aggressive, like the she sounded like she a little bit aggressive, like the queen maker. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kurt Alden. Kurt Alden said, "Gotta blame the people who voted for her too." I agree. Kurt says they wanted black girl magic and they got it. If you guys agree with Kurt, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, then give me a thumbs down.
Trustee and community activist Andrew Holmes violated her while attending a conference for the village. The allegations have called for those in the community and other activists to demand Holmes step aside.
To call for his resignation immediately.
The concerns in Dalton are wide. Before Monday night's meeting, the community waited for more than an hour to speak out. It's the first meeting since the FBI served 2 subpoenas at the village. The probe, many believe, centers around the embattled mayor, Tiffany Henyard, and her lack of transparency.
You going to jail?
So, you going to jail. You know what I'm saying? You going to jail, you know what I'm saying? And you going to jail because of this.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
And I heard that the city of Dalton, you know what I'm saying, because of spending that nobody has been able to keep track of, or she's not showing the records of, when it comes to paying them vendors, when the vendors come to collect the money, the city of Dalton be sitting up there telling them this.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Now, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. Now, this is what I need y'all to do. In the comment section, I need y'all to stack up all of the allegations and all of the issues that the city of Dalton and the people of Dalton have with Tiffany Henyard, because there's a lot. Shout out to Unsunken One, right? There's a lot. So we need to list all of them in a single file fashion so that we got them. So when people are watching this on the replay, they know everything that she's being accused of, because as of right now, she's just being accused. She's not guilty, but there's been multiple times where her signature is on things that is kind of questionable. You know what I'm saying? And there's been many times where she's been asked to hand over records and she's just not cooperating with authorities, which is an interesting phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? It's an interesting phenomenon.
You going to jail. The FBI came and raided this place. You can keep lying on TikTok and everything else and saying you ain't get raided, but you did get raided.
One by one, Mayor Henyard listened as people expressed their outrage with her and her administration.
The nerve of you all to put your
in front of us, when you disrespect us the way you do.
While many who wanted to speak forced to wait outside because the room was completely full.
I'm going to continue to demand transparency.
Now, I want you guys to pay close attention, right? Remember when we was talking about the racial subscriber gap? Now, the interesting thing about the racial subscriber gap is I don't know if anybody has ever seen any of these Dalton town hall meetings live streamed or not, but there's massive amount of those quote unquote super channels that you know what I'm talking about, and they get bank. They have like 15,000 people watching live, super chats going wild. They lock the chat down so that it's members only, going ham. All these people, you know what I'm saying? Like I said yesterday, you got H3 podcast making mad money off the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. You got a lot of people making money off of this messiness. It's wild, and none of these people, none of us are making any money. None of us are making any money. Here's my question. Again, I'm going to ask the same question that I asked yesterday. Yeah, chat moving so fast, you got to slow it down. I wish, right? Sometimes our chat is moving so slow, the bots pile up. You know what I'm saying? We got the opposite problem. We need to slow the bots down and speed the chat up. You know what I'm saying? But over there, you know what I'm saying? Them folks over there that's not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Them folks over there, they stuff be going fast like Roadrunner. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. It's the YouTube algorithm, man. This is what I'm saying. This is why I want people to like pay close attention to this, because when you hear content creators complain about it, it's easy to listen to a content creator complain about it and brush it off. But you don't really see it until you compare things. So make sure that you guys compare it. Seriously, I want people to start noticing this stuff, because then once you start noticing it, then you can ask the right, accurate questions. You feel me? Yeah, facts. If you guys agree with Win, Lose, or Rug, Win, Lose, or Rug said YouTube promotes them. Right. So again, now you got this whole supermarket of where you got these people that are already making massive amounts of money. And then anytime there's some messiness, like what we got going on in Dalton, you literally have people sitting somewhere out in the suburbs, sitting out in the sticks. You know what I mean? Making thousands of dollars off of the suffering of Dalton. It's wild. But these people that are out in the sticks who are doing this will literally sit there and talk about, well, Black Lives Matter is an organization that just makes money off of black men's death in order to throw something back in your face, knowing that they don't care about black men's death, but they're using the same business model. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Matter how frustrating things could get.
Mayor Hinyard offered a slideshow as she tried highlighting her accomplishments. Some walked out, others turned their backs.
So you can understand that your village is in jeopardy because of people's hatred for your mayor.
Hinyard says the
Now, listen, I want you guys to compare things across the videos, right? When it comes to Princella, when it comes to Daisy, Miss Daisy Fitchin, and when it comes to Tiffany Hinyard, do they all sound the same? Do they all sound the same? Like, seriously, do they all sound the same? We're talking about 3 different type of topics. We're talking about over on my messy channel, you know what I'm saying? And we're talking about 2 politicians. But do they all sound the same? If they all sound the same, give me a thumbs up. If they don't sound the same, give me a thumbs down. If you think that they sound the same, why? Why do they sound the same? See, there's got to be a reason behind all of this, right?
FBI probe and outrage from some in the community are nothing more than outsiders trying to make her look bad.
At the end of the day, guys, I say this and I mean this. We have to still live here. When they leave, we have to fix what's broken.
Now, Trustee Andrew Holmes was not in attendance at Monday night's meeting. He has previously said that he cannot talk about this lawsuit. Now, there was some order of business that the mayor handled. She quickly vetoed the hiring of the board's decision to hire Lori Lightfoot to investigate her, saying, quote, "How dare you think you can come into someone's town and investigate? You will not get paid."
Oh, you hear what she said? You hear what she said to Lori Lightfoot? Y'all hear what she said to Lore? Oh, wait.
So again, much drama here in Dalton as this story continues to play out. Reporting live tonight, Jermont Terry, CBS 2 News.
Now, here goes my question for you guys. What all do you think is not getting done during this period of messiness. What all do you think is not getting done? Do you all think that the city of Dalton is doing their best right now and, you know, having a optimal year as a city? Is that going on, or is there something else going on? And shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate it. I don't know how many likes we got, but if everybody could take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys could hit the bell and please share the stream to your social media, that would be wonderful.
New developments tonight in the criminal investigation happening in South Suburban Dalton. NBC5 News has confirmed another subpoena was delivered at Village Hall earlier this week, requesting specific information about Mayor Tiffany Henyard and other key figures in her administration. Our Regina Waldrop's been on the story from the beginning. She takes a deeper look tonight at the records that federal authorities are requesting and what's next.
A source close to the investigation provided NBC5 with this copy of the latest court order. It asked for a variety of financial reports like budgets, accounting records, and receipts for Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
So now here goes my question, right? Isn't there already documents that Tiffany Henyard owes the federal authorities? That's what's good. Shout out to John. Make sure y'all throw some like enforcers in the chat. John said we got 22 likes and we got 26 live. Let's hit that like button. Yeah, let's try to get it to 40. All right, smash that like button. Also share the stream if you haven't shared it. And if you're watching and you're not subbed, make sure you hit that bell icon. Tiffany Henyard has already had multiple document requests, and it doesn't seem like she's complied with any of them. You know what I'm saying?
Village Administrator Keith Freeman and Trustee Andrew Holmes, as well as several other companies and individuals, plus any records related to Henyard's charitable organizations. The subpoena also requests all travel records paid for by the municipality, including a trip taken to Las Vegas in May of last year. On that trip, both the mayor's former assistant and a Dalton police officer, they've both filed a civil lawsuit accusing Holmes of assault and battery and Henyard of retaliation. Regarding the lawsuit, the mayor and Holmes both declined to comment. The first two grand jury subpoenas were served April 10th, asking for personnel and disciplinary files for nearly 30 people. The subpoenas also
now here goes the thing. I'm telling you, they probably didn't give up any of this stuff. And to be honest, I guarantee you that they probably a lot of this stuff has probably either been purged from computer records or destroyed, and they probably won't even be able to find any of it unless the police's tech departments are able to somehow get it. Because the way that they're moving here, they haven't been compliant with anything. They're not really, you know what I'm saying, trying to give up any information when they're requested it. I don't know how this is going to work. You know what I'm saying?
Ask for documents related to Keith Freeman, the village administrator recently indicted on charges of bankruptcy fraud. His attorney told us he has no plans to step down. A few days ago, the law firm...
aside from Tiffany Henyard, did you guys know about these other corrupt officials that they have there? If you guys knew, shout out to Carlton. What's good with it, bro? Shout out to Jay. What's good with you? Shout out to Caldona. How many of you guys knew about these other corrupt officials that they have in Dalton? If you guys were aware, give me a thumbs up. If you guys weren't, then give me a thumbs down. Again, we got to ask this question, right? Because everybody's upset. You see all these people outside of the building. They're crying. They're whining. Somebody help me, get me a Kleenex. Somebody get me a handkerchief so I can help these people out with the tears. But my question is, how is it that these people get into power? Who put them in power? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to SD Johnson. What's good with it? Who put these people in power?
Representing the village in at least 19 lawsuits in Cook County and federal court, said it's planning to withdraw from the cases May 8th due to lack of payment. NBC5 has obtained a copy of the letter sent to the village by the Delgado law firm of Berwyn. 4 Dalton trustees recently appointed Lori Lightfoot, Chicago's former mayor and a former federal prosecutor, as a special investigator. The next village board meeting set for Monday at 6:30. Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Thanks, Regina. Let's talk about the corruption claims in South Suburban Dalton. Apparently, they're getting the attention of the FBI. Federal agents were seen entering Village Hall today in what the Bureau calls a court-ordered law enforcement activity. NBC5's Natalie Martinez live tonight in Dalton talking to village trustees about this surprise search. Natalie?
Stefan, those trustees say their cries have been answered.
Now, the interesting thing about those trustees, if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, all of those trustees, they all used to be cool with Tiffany Henyard. Like, all of the people now that are sitting up there acting like they don't like her, those are all people that used to support her. Those are all people that she was cool with at one point, as well as the people in the city. as well as the people in the city. So again, you got to ask the question, I mean, who tricked who here? You know what I'm saying?
And now they're asking for a new administration. What exactly brought the FBI to Dalton Village Hall Friday is not clear, but trustees we spoke to clearly feel relief.
The sun is shining today, and this is a good day for the residents of Dalton.
For the last 3 years, myself, the board members, and the residents have been feeling like no one was coming to save us.
My phone just went ballistic. Calls, and calls. They said that the FBI...
I want you to hear what she just said.
Feel relief.
The sun is shining today, and this is a good day for the residents of Dalton.
For the last 3 years, myself, the board members, and the residents have been feeling like no one was coming to save us.
See that's that mentality. That's what I'm telling y'all about. Y'all see it? If y'all see it, give me a thumbs up. If y'all don't see it, give me a thumbs down. You felt like nobody was coming to save you because that's what you were experiencing. Literally, there was no one coming to save you, and there's no one coming to save you now. The issue is that you all put yourself into this situation by electing somebody who had a shady past, and now that's coming back to bite you, and it seems like it's overwhelming, and it's having a negative effect on the city. You just got to eat this one. You know what I'm saying? You always have to be the first person that saves yourself. Nobody's going to come to save you. That's why I felt like nobody was coming to save you. Y'all see what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Spider. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Can't be a lifetime damsel in distress. Can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a group of people, a lifetime group of people, damsel in distress, man. Okay. You know what I'm saying? This is where it gets you.
My phone just went ballistic. Calls, and calls. They said that the FBI is at Village Hall. I'm like, oh my God. Someone has finally answered our cry.
That someone is the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Someone has answered our cry. We got to cry, wham, 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 to get people to help. Wham, 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 wham. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Now, let me ask you guys this. How many people do y'all think? Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Throw the shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Shout out to Carlton. Throw the sirens in the chat. Off code media alert. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Alert. Shout out to Leonard. What's good with it, bro? You know what I'm saying? Unsunken one said, if she was Caucasian, would there be the same outcry from the citizens of Dalton? I would say, yeah. I would say, yeah, we've already dealt with situations like that. I forget. I think it was in Tennessee. You guys remember when the comptroller just was like, yeah, I'm just taking this. I'm just taking over the city. And everybody was crying and whining and running around into each other like a bunch of hamsters in a cage. You guys remember that? I'm just saying. Yeah, exactly. Come save us from our bad decisions. No. You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I mean? Win, Lose, or Rug said, where are the men in Dalton? They're all working Tiffany Henyard's security detail. Behind every great modern woman is an army of simps to support her and make her great. Behind every woman that says men have no purpose, there's an army of men galvanizing her. You know what I'm saying?
A spokesperson says in a statement that the FBI was conducting court-authorized law enforcement activity in that area today. Department of Justice policy prevents the FBI from commenting on the nature of any investigation that may be occurring.
2 subpoenas was dispersed today.
I'm sure it's connected to what we've been talking about lately, how tax dollars are being spent recklessly.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and Trustee Andrew Holmes are the focus of a civil lawsuit. It accuses Holmes of...
I'm going to ask you guys this question. Do you all think that the tax dollars are being spent recklessly because the votes were given out recklessly? If you guys think that that's the case, then give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't think that that's the case, then give me a thumbs down. And shout out to my man, Kurt Alton, for being the first stream sponsor. Definitely appreciate it, bro. My man out here standing on business. Make sure y'all show him some love in the chat.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
Hey. Kurt says, That's that white Jesus complex, always waiting on someone to save you. We got to dig in and do the hard work politically, as individuals, and as a community. Facts. Facts. Absolute facts. If you guys agree with Kurt, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. I agree 110%. You know what I'm saying? 110%. A lot of people don't like to hear that. I don't know why. Many of the people, and this is what I'm saying, when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these people, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to a lot of these people, okay, you sound good, but
they not like us. 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 They not like us.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear you. I see you. You might sound good. You might look good, but y'all over there,
they not like us. 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 They not like us.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, K-Dot. Appreciate it.
Assault and Henyard of retaliation, stemming from incidents involving an economic development trip to Las Vegas last May. This week, village administrator Keith Freeman was charged in federal court with bankruptcy fraud. Chicago's former mayor and former federal prosecutor Lori Lightfoot has been hired to lead an independent investigation into the Vegas trip and more.
We are the gatekeepers of the funds that come into this village. And we're not being allowed to see what's going on with our tax dollars.
Shout out to Unsunken One. Unsunken One said the mayor is definitely trying to ice skate uphill. I think it's a whole bunch. They have a uphill slope at the local ice skating rink there in Dalton, because I would actually go as far as to say the residents there are trying to ice skate uphill too. They started their ice skating uphill excursion when they first decided to support and vote for Tiffany Henyard. You know what I'm saying?
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
And a lot of them live in Dalton, Blade. A lot of them live in Dalton. You know what I'm saying?
So we reached out to the village and to the mayor for comment late tonight. Earlier tonight, though, we did get an email statement, and it said very clearly there was no FBI raid at Village Hall. No further comment at this time. We are live in Dalton. Natalie Martinez, NBC5 News.
Okay, we'll be following all of the developments there in Dalton. Natalie, thank you so much.
Now to the
So now, according to this here, they're saying that there was no FBI raid, but you heard that lady at the meeting. She said, and y'all know that y'all got raided. So what do y'all think the actual reality of the situation is? And it's a shame that we can't just pay attention to what people said, you know what I'm saying? But we got two conflicting stories right here in the news.
Legal troubles in Dalton. They're piling up for officials there. Today, a top aide appeared in federal court on bankruptcy fraud charges, and the village also faces another lawsuit. Our Regina Waldrop takes a look at both cases.
A top advisor to Dalton's mayor making his first appearance in federal court. Keith Freeman entered a not guilty plea to a scheme to commit bankruptcy fraud.
Hey, I'm already dying. I seen the first sentence of the first couple words of this.
I shouldn't have said that.
Oh man, make sure y'all throw some radiation emojis, some ducks, and some flames in the chat for Kurt holding it down, doubling down, first and second stream supporter with the $4.99 super chat. Kurt says, categorizing Vegas as an economic development has to be the wildest thing that I've heard in a minute. Bro, that is wild. That is wild.
I've got morons on my team. Idiots! I'm surrounded by incompetent idiots!
And I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons why Tiffany Dalton ain't really trying to hand over all that paperwork, because her entire career ain't nothing but a bunch of
unsubstantiated fantasy! Lies! Lies!
Man, it's crazy, man. This is crazy work, man. It's a doggy dog world. It's a doggy dog's world. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man.
Village administrator and manager of Thornton Township is accused of underreporting income from his jobs and from his private consulting business.
We're ready to defend with everything we have, anything that comes Mr. Freeman's way.
Freeman's attorney says he has no plans to step down from his positions. He also says this case has nothing to do with any other federal investigations.
We've had a couple of questions.
Shout out to
directed
Dwayne.
me,
What's good with it, bro?
About whether or not this indictment means that the government is effectively trying to squeeze Mr. Freeman into cooperation.
And a few days after Freeman was indicted, the FBI...
That's interesting that they're saying that the government is trying to squeeze Mr. Freeman into cooperation. Let me ask you guys this question. Would you all say that the government of the city of Dalton is trying to squeeze the city and the other trustees into cooperation? If you guys would say that that's a thing and that's actually going on, give me a thumbs up. If you guys wouldn't say that it's a thing and it's not going on, then by all means, let us know what's going on.
I served 2 subpoenas at Dalton Village Hall.
If you look at the subpoenas, they're very specific.
Renato Mariotti is a former federal prosecutor. We reached out to him to find out what he thought about the recent developments.
There appears to be an active federal investigation, it certainly looks like the feds have something. They're not just fishing.
Dalton's government is marred in accusations of misspending, lawsuits, and probes. Tuesday, Mayor Tiffany Henyard and Freeman were hit with another lawsuit. This one filed in federal court by business owner Tyrone Isom Jr.
I was really excited when I came across that property because I was just waiting to put my stamp on Dalton so I can help the youth.
Isom says he bought this property on Sibley Boulevard for $85,000. He says he remodeled it, first hoping to open a barber shop, then a tattoo shop, but he claims his applications for business licenses were denied with no explanations as to why.
Now, again, it's interesting, right? Because we keep hearing these allegations of how these people are trying to start businesses. These people are getting these business license, denied and rejected. And it doesn't seem like there's a reason behind why it's happening. And what I find interesting is just, a lot of this, even though they're doing all of this investigation and they're coming with these warrants and they're asking for all this stuff, it doesn't really seem like there's a big effort to do anything about this. It doesn't seem like there's a big effort to do anything about it. Like, to be honest, like, really, for real, it really just seems like don't nobody care. Which, if the people don't care about themselves enough to the point where they decided to make a horrible decision, like vote for this woman, you know what I'm saying? If they didn't care about themselves, we gotta ask that question: why should anybody else care? Why should anybody else care? You know what I'm saying?
He told, nope, the mayor wants the property.
Unable to open a business.
Shout out to Ms. Neesey. What's
Isom
good
says
with you,
he was
Ms.
forced
Neesey?
to sell the property. He's seeking compensatory damages plus attorney's fees. The village declined to comment on the lawsuit. As for Village Administrator Keith Freeman, he's expected back in court June 5th at the Dirksen Federal Courthouse. I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Now, let me ask you guys this question. Have you all noticed that why aren't any of the national news outlets really covering this story? Like, if you're not watching YouTube or if you're not living in the area, if you're not getting these stories on local news, nobody's really talking about this. Is this just not important information for people to hear about? Is this not something that anybody should care about? Shout out to Patrick Taylor. What's good with it, bro? Why is there really would you guys say that you've noticed that there's like a media blackout on this? I don't know who the Porky Pig looking mayor is, but I definitely got to see him now. Who is who is the Porky Pig looking mayor? Are they related to Roland Martin? Shout out to Professor Days. Professor Days said, I remember that Porky Pig looking mayor had the same effect on the people in Tennessee. Who was the Porky Pig mayor? I got to find out who this person was.
Thanks to Regina.
Over at Thornton Township now, residents there, they are fed up and they want answers about how their tax dollars are being spent. Well, that was the message today at a rally in Calumet City. NBC5's Regina Waldrop has more on the residents' concerns and the next steps.
What do we want? Our township back! They came from dozens of communities.
Now, here's the thing, right? Okay, like, I hear you. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? What do you want? Your township back. But at the same time, you gave your township away. Shout out to Mike Mellis John. What's good with you, bro? You at first you used your abilities to give your township to the person that you're marching and saying that you want the township back from. You know what I'm saying?
One demand: more accountability and transparency into how their tax dollars are being used in Thornton Township.
We want people to know what's going on so we can try to stop it.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard also serves as supervisor of the town.
Now, let me ask you guys this question. Do you all think that this degree of messiness, this degree of nonsense, this degree of irresponsibility and lack of professionalism? Do you guys think that all of these things combined will attract long-term businesses and bring people to Dalton? Like, there's just people that are looking at these situations and they're sitting up there saying, I got to beat down the door to get my business into the city. I got to beat down the door to move into the city. I got to beat down the door and be around all of these intelligent people that literally voted the city into oblivion. What do you all think that this is attracting? Could you imagine the damage that this would do to the city if this was indeed a national story? And who did, again, we got to continue to drive home the point and ask the question, in this particular situation, who did this? You know what I'm saying? Who did this? Yeah, I got to agree with PD that remains. I'm really, that even makes me have even more of, like, that makes this even more suspect. Like, this is the type of story that you would think that Fox News would be all over, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? They're not. This is common, Rob. Anywhere where blacks have means and can get capital are then denied license. Is it normal for them to have that done to them by other black people who are the ones that should be putting the signature on their businesses, though? So here's the thing. This is why I'm asking this question, right? Because if there's this whole idea of we need this and we need that and we need all these resources concentrated, and then when you got all of these things concentrated in one situation, you have somebody moving like Tiffany Henyard. What does that say about all of the stuff that people have been saying for years? We need to get all this stuff together. We need to all move into the same municipality. We need to pack like sardines into the South. For what? To deal with somebody like Tiffany Henyard, and then we're all locked in there? Yeah, real brilliant strategy. You know what I'm saying? So much for, like, you know, mathematical distribution, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Could you imagine if, like, you know, everybody wanted to turn Dalton into the black voting bloc and everybody's stuck there under Tiffany Henyard? There's not a good track record for these politicians staying very loyal to the needs of the people, which is not something that people really talk about. Talk about it in an isolated situation, but nobody ever talks about it as a collective situation. Because put the alerts in the chat. Carlton and Win Lose a Rug. Put the alerts in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We talk about these people like that. We going a little bit outside of our specified duties. You know what I'm saying? We going a little bit out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? Can't talk about that. So we got to rephrase it and come up with a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo and plebiscite babble. You know what I'm saying? So that we can drag people but not make them sound too bad.
Talentless, scandalous, plebiscite, babbling.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's probably one of the reasons why this kind of stuff will continue to happen. And then you ask, if you simply ask the question, well, how did these people get into office? And what happened to all of these people? Because Tiffany Dalton used to be cool with all of these people that are now complaining about her. So the question is that if Tiffany Dalton used to be cool with all these people that's complaining about her now, we got to ask, what did them people that Tiffany Dalton used to be cool with, what did they get away with? What was they back there doing? I don't ask that. Now that's asking a little bit too much. Because how dare you? You know what I'm saying? Got to keep the talk on a very small scope. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna be out here looking funny. You know what I'm saying?
Township, which has a population of close to 158,000 people and covers 17 communities. The village's government is marred in accusations of misspending, lawsuits, and probes. The township's also named in a lawsuit filed by Henyard's former assistant and a Dalton police officer who alleged abuse and retaliation.
She put us in this situation. The only way we're going to get out of it is that we dig our own
facts. Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, that's facts. Nobody wants to go there. And like I said, we hear y'all. You know what I'm saying? We see y'all. And you know, y'all look good and y'all sound good. But over there, you know,
they not like us. 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 They not like us.
That's when you just look over the fence and shake your head. How many of y'all ever had that experience? You just look over the fence and shake your head and keep it moving. Oh, that's what y'all got going on. Okay.
Mary Avant is a retired police officer who lives in Dalton. She's one of the organizers of this Take Back Our Township rally.
We're hoping to get positive momentum and connect with other people.
Ryan Sanulski is a longtime resident of Harvey.
So many of us, not only at the township level, but then at our individual municipal levels, are going through.
They got this dude right here. That's interesting. Out of all the people that they got there, like literally all the people that they got there, they found a dude that's not a representative sample of the people that are there.
Why are you gay?
You know what I'm saying? I just think that that's weird. And shout out to everybody that's watching. If y'all haven't smashed that like button, take a moment, smash that like button. Let's try to get the likes up to 60. If you guys haven't shared the stream, please take a moment, share the stream. All right. And if you're not subscribed, take a moment and subscribe. All right.
Just lack of transparency. We don't know how any of our tax money is being spent.
Christopher Gonzalez is a Thornton Township trustee.
I have a lot of the same questions that people do, but even beyond that.
So again, this is a majority black district, and I just find it interesting that, you know, when it comes to like the dramified coverage, they get all the crying and the marching and all of that. But then when it comes to actually articulating problems, you know what I'm saying? We have to get camera palatable people. These are the problems with not having your own media apparatus. A lot of these people that are quote unquote the camera palatable people, I guarantee you that a lot of these people don't even live there. They're only involved in the politics of Dalton because of businesses where they're extracting the people's money. Now, maybe there might be some of them that live there, you know what I'm saying? But the majority of them are probably just leeches. But who cares, right? You know what I'm saying?
That. I mean, we're all just citizens.
And organizers say this rally is not just a one-day affair. Next steps for them include asking people who attended the rally to contact their elected officials and request a meeting.
To sit and talk with us, give us a direction, because election time is coming. They'll be here then.
We reached out to the township for a statement on the rally, but didn't hear back.
I don't know, man. Election time came and went already, and this is what y'all did to yourselves with the first election time. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, you have to ask the question: is a dictatorship really a bad thing? I mean, I'm just saying. I hate to say it, but somebody got to. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with this, you know what I'm saying? I mean, again, we cannot stress enough. We have to continue to bring the focus back to the fact that this is what these people voted for. This is what they voted. Like literally, nobody made anybody do anything here. You a lot of times you hear the stories of what people were made to do. Nobody made anybody do anything here. This was a choice. Kanye's favorite word. You know what I'm saying?
For the very first time, we are hearing from the woman at the center of a lawsuit involving Village trustee Andrew Holmes and the mayor, Tiffany Henyard. The woman accuses Holmes of sexually assaulting her. NBC5's Regina Waldrop has been working on this story for several months.
She's the mayor's former assistant, and we want to make it very clear, we did not interview her. She provided us with a link to a pre-taped statement that details what she says happened during and after a taxpayer-funded trip to Las Vegas. She says she's a survivor of an assault, and the time has come to share her story. But this has been a long...
Now, here goes my question. Again, why was she on the trip with them? So again, like at some point there was some camaraderie. At some point, all of these people were cool. So again, if Tiffany Henyard is moving like this and what she had going on is coming to light, all of these people that are cool with her, all of these people that helped her rise to prominence, nobody's looking at them with the side eye. We're just listening to their complaints and their stories. But we need to ask the question, well, how exactly did y'all help Tiffany Henyard get to where she is? You know what I'm saying? How exactly did they help Tiffany Henyard get to where she is? I'm gonna make it make sense.
Journey for me already. Phinia Dukes filed a civil lawsuit against her old boss, Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, and trustee Andrew Holmes, accusing Holmes of assault and Henyard of retaliation.
I'm fighting for every woman that's been in my position. I'm fighting for a sister that doesn't have a voice. I'm fighting for a sister that's scared.
The incident allegedly occurred May 24th last year during an economic development trip to Las Vegas that's now under federal investigation.
Has any economic development? I mean, can we get the information about, has anything come out of this trip? Has there been any economic development that has come out of this trip? What's the tangible results that have come from this trip? It's interesting, as much as I've been covering this situation with Tiffany Henyard, I haven't heard anything about what came out of this trip, except for these allegations. And people are big mad. You know what I'm saying? We got, shout out to the thumbs down. Make sure y'all throw some thumbs down in the chat. We got 2 thumbs down. You know what I'm saying? Probably somebody from Dalton. I don't, you know, hey, go thumbs down your mayor. Go thumbs down the people that voted there. Go thumbs down the silly, idiotic, lowbrow reasons that you made that dumb choice to vote for somebody like this. Go thumbs that down. But if they go thumbs that, you know, but hey, but if you go say, oh my God, it's just so mean. I can't believe that he said that. You sit up there calling me mean. Look what you did to yourself. These people can't take words, but they have to endure what they did to themselves. And they're so powerless and render their voice so irrelevant, erroneous, and not listen toable that the biggest that they can do is thumbs down somebody when their entire life is a thumbs down situation. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Should there be sympathy? Yeah, the lowbrow reason for voting for her. Facts. Literally nobody can justify it. You know what I'm saying? And when you keep asking this question, oh, you know, can't you talk about something else? No. No, the feds want to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? When the feds ask for the papers, do y'all tell the feds, don't y'all want to talk about something else? No, I bet y'all scramble around the office like a bunch of lost rats and find the papers. You know what I'm saying? And I got to agree. If you guys agree with Tedra, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree with Tedra, give me a thumbs down. Tedra said she probably has some stuff on those people, so they're not going to say anything about her. Probably. Probably because they all probably did dirt together. You know, pigs roll in the mud together. And you know what? You know the laws are pigs. And if you a mayor, you definitely one of the laws because your signature is on some of them.
On that trip, Henyard, a handful of Village and Thornton Township reps, and trustee Andrew Holmes, whom Fania called Uncle Drew.
He made everyone feel comfortable. I've even been in places by myself with myself times before ever anything, and he's never gave me an inkling of he'll harm me, he will make a pass at me. He's never done any of that.
According to the suit, after dinner and walking the Las Vegas Strip with trustee Holmes, Fania felt disoriented and ultimately.
Big facts. If you guys agree with Professor Days, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. When you move goofy, it's hard to get where you need to be. Facts. If you guys think that this all is a goofy situation, spam the chat with some clown faces.
Ultimately blacked out.
Until my last memory was me waking up in his room.
The suit details a conversation between Fania and Officer Byron Miles when they returned from Las Vegas. Miles was a member of Henyard's security detail at the time. He claimed Holmes told him he had unprotected sex with Fania in Las Vegas. The suit also alleges Holmes in a video call to Officer Miles.
Here we go. We got another Bus Ross situation. I mean, really? We got another Bus Ross situation. I mean, seriously? Again, we're not even on the messy channel. We're actually talking about news and talking about the news on this channel. We got a Bus Ross situation.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom. Now you're a single mom.
Seriously? Man, this is great publicity for the city of Dalton. Great publicity. Great publicity. I know I'll tell you what, all the super chats that y'all give me, you know what I'm saying? Once by the time I'm retirement age and my YouTube channel is of a size to where I can actually do something with it, but I can barely walk. You know what I'm saying? The first place that I'm going to look to move some type of business to where I could expand my brand is in Dalton. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Throw some clown face emojis in the chat for me. That'd probably be dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying? Because by then it'll probably be a dictatorship and Tiffany Henyard to be the damn emperor of the place.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I mean, this is again. I didn't expect to hear this, man. I didn't expect to hear this. Look at that. Look at that. That's how Tiffany Henyard be looking when the FBI be asking for the records. Yes, Ms. Henyard. Do you have those papers that we requested? Huh? Huh? Or excuse me? Nah, I ain't got those papers. What papers?
Security detail at the time. He claimed Holmes told him he had unprotected sex with Fania in Las Vegas. The suit also alleges Holmes, in a video call to Officer Miles, showed Fania partially undressed in his hotel bed. Officer Miles advised Fania to seek medical care.
Look. The hell? Okay, let me ask you guys this. What happened here? What is you guys' idea of the story? How many of y'all knew about this right here? I mean, again, like this is just I don't know what to say. Here's the best question. Who's putting a gun to any of these people's heads to make them act like this and present themselves like this? What do you say? What do you say? What do you say to this? Yeah. Looking like Meg when Gail was asking her about an affair. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to say, man.
Actually undressed in his hotel bed. Officer Miles advised Fania to seek medical care, according to the lawsuit.
You're the only person that stood up for me. Opened your mouth.
According to the lawsuit, Fania claims she was fired shortly after bringing the accusation against Holmes to Henyard. Officer Miles was removed from his role in the mayor's security detail and demoted to patrol duty.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Facts, super facts. If you guys agree with Win, Lose, or Rug, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Win, Lose, or Rug said, bro, this is an excellent case study on simp behavior and its negative effects on female behavior. Facts. I agree 110%. If you guys agree with Win, Lose, or Rug, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree with Win, Lose, or Rug, give me a thumbs down. This is completely, if you ask me, 100% fueled by not only simps of this generation in her city, but generational simping. Generational simping. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the generational simps from way back. You know what I'm saying?
I'm an old Mac from way back.
the Himalayan simps.
One of the original players from the Himalaya.
Oh man, one of the original simps. You know what I'm saying? The civil rights era simps. Oh man, and then Tiffany Henyard was sitting up there trying to SBE everybody about being black. Y'all black. Y'all black.
Miles has also filed a civil lawsuit, and the Department of Human Rights launched an investigation. The village told us in a statement it conducted a thorough investigation into the allegations led by independent.
Right. Shout out to Professor Days. Generational simping, not generational wealth building. Bro, facts. And they're still being encouraged to do it today in some circles under the guise of other names and rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. It's a hot mess, man. It's a hot mess.
Third party. It goes on to say Officer Miles was interviewed and denied knowing anything about the allegations. Ms. Dukes refused to cooperate with our investigation, it says. This is nothing more than two disgruntled village employees trying to make off with taxpayers' hard-earned dollars. The village looks forward to defending these allegations. Trustee Holmes didn't respond to our repeated requests for a comment. Fania says she started a foundation to support women like her.
Hoping that if you are a victim, please find your way to contact me or any of my people, and we're going to help you. Because you need a voice, and if you don't have your own voice, I will be.
Dalton trustees hired Lori Lightfoot, Chicago's former mayor, to lead an investigation into Dalton's mayor. Tonight's village board meeting gets underway at 6:30. In Dalton, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Lots of action in South Suburban Dalton tonight. It is the first board meeting since 3 subpoenas were served on the village.
Three
Also
subpoenas have been served on the village, man. 3 subpoenas. 3 subpoenas. I don't think any of them have been answered either. And it's just business as usual. This is out of control. What would make somebody vote like this? What would make somebody vote like this? What would make somebody vote for a person like this? And again, another question for you guys is, why do you all think that this isn't important to cover, by other content creators? You got the gossipy channels, you know what I'm saying, and some of the, manosphere, using these talking points, for their cases against modern women and stuff like that. But as far as like actual, like pure news channels, the people that bring y'all to TROOF, why they not talking about this? Oh man, shout out to Tedra. Tedra says she heard Tiffany's boyfriend is married, so she's just moving completely messy. This is a lot like the B. Taylor situation. I think that Tiffany Henyard and Princella would get along real well. That probably would be a violent relationship. Probably be a lot of fights, a lot of makeup covering black eyes and rings around eyes and stuff like that. But I think that them two would get along real well. I think that they would get along real well. What do you guys think? If you guys think that Princella and Tiffany Henyard would be a match made in heaven, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down. Brooklyn Queen said, I would love to see recordings of her campaign run. You've seen them already. They go like this: get it sexy, get it sexy, get it sexy, get it sexy, slim, thick, I'm the chick running to be the mayor. Y'all already heard. Y'all seen the campaign run: slim, thick, I'm the chick. Police detail rolling thick. You know what I'm saying? Get it, Tiff, Tiff. Get it, Tiff, Tiff. Y'all some dummies. Take your money. I'ma go to Vegas, spending it on the table. When the contractors say, can you pay? I'll be like, we ain't able. We in Vegas and I get it on the flow. I come back to Dalton, FBI be at the door. Get it, Tiff, Tiff. Oh man. Oh man, that's crazy, man. That's what they voted for as the mayor. You know what I'm saying? Sexy Tiff Tiff as the mayor. Yo, that's wild, man. That's what they voted for. Oh man, that's crazy. And now they mad. You know what I'm saying?
We are hearing from a former employee who says the trustee and well-known community activist assaulted her. NBC5's Regina Waldrop was at tonight's board meeting.
Outside and inside Dalton's Village Hall, residents demanding to be heard.
And the FBI know. They know everything you're doing. We want better in our community. Period. When it's going to take next election, we got to vote around.
In the group that gathered before the board meeting, the mayor's ex-assistant, Fania Duke.
Hey, I'll be careful around those elections. Hey, listen, they need to. Can we start funding an effort to put warning signs around the voting booths? Hey, danger, danger. You can destroy an entire city if you don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So before you walk into this booth, make sure that you know what you're doing. He said, we about to take care of this next election. I bet you they thought they was taking care of something this election. You know what I'm saying?
At first, it was just me by myself.
And a year later, for me to see y'all standing with me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dukes has filed a civil lawsuit against her old boss, Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and trustee Andrew Holmes, the latter of whom she accuses of assaulting her. Dukes issued this pre-taped interview earlier in the day describing the lawsuit's allegations.
This has been a long journey for me already.
In the video, she details what she says happened before and after an incident that allegedly occurred almost a year ago during a paid economic trip to Los. On that trip, Henyard, a handful of Village and Thornton Township reps, and trustee Holmes, whom she called Uncle Drew.
They even got their own Percy Earl, man. They even got their own Percy Earl. Now, I'm not trying to be, not trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to throw any shade. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta assume. You just gotta assume that the Percy Earl types are a little bit shady. You just gotta assume that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta assume that the Percy Earls are a little bit shady. Just a little bit shady. They got reasons for being shady. You know what I'm saying? They old. You know what I'm saying? They old. You know what I'm saying? They grew up in a different time. You know what I'm saying? They go around telling women stuff like this.
I'm an old Mac from way back.
That's what he said, too. He probably threw his arm back and said, ha ha. You know what I'm saying? Just like that.
I'm an old Mac from way back. One of the original players from the Himalaya.
Shout out to Deneen. What's good with it, Deneen?
Drew. According to the suit, after dinner and walking the Vegas Strip with Holmes, Dukes felt disoriented and ultimately blacked out.
Until my last memory was me waking up in his room.
Holmes was not at the meeting and did not respond to our repeated requests for a comment. Dalton police officer Byron Miles was also on that Vegas trip. He's also filed a civil lawsuit accusing Henyard of retaliation after he says he was demoted from her security detail for speaking out about what allegedly happened in Vegas.
You're the only.
So a former simp of hers has been casted to the side when he's of no more use or when he stands up, just like what happens to simps. He got the simp treatment. He got discarded. And let me ask you guys this question. Do you think that army of simp drones, you think that army of mama's boys that follows behind her, holding each butt cheek and fanning her with a palm tree leaf, do you think that any of those simps on Dalton Police Department understand that any one of them could be next at any moment? You think any of those blue pill buffoons have any idea that every single day their job is in danger? You know what I'm saying?
Only person that stood up for me. Opened your mouth.
The Village told us in a statement it conducted a thorough investigation into the allegations led by an independent third-party company. It goes on to say Officer Miles was interviewed and denied knowing anything about these allegations. It says Ms. Dukes refused to cooperate with the investigation and that this is nothing more than two disgruntled Village employees. The trustees maintained there was never any third-party.
Now here's another interesting thing about this, right? As much as women love simps, I want you guys to pay very close attention to how these simps are enabling this quote-unquote boss babe, this quote-unquote alpha female, you know what I'm saying? Ski wheat. They're promoting her to be able to be elevated to a point to where other women can get harmed, and she's able to interfere with the investigation to allow this woman to get justice. Simps are enabling that. But we love our simps. So it's just interesting with all of these dynamics, you know what I'm saying, that people will give certain things a pass that actually enable other people to get hurt while saying that they're doing it for the benefit and empowerment of those people who are being hurt. I mean, you know, how do you do that? How does that work? And what I want you guys to pay very close attention to is pay very close attention to this. As much as people don't say these kind of things or they don't say these things out loud, the majority of people do not agree with what we're saying. Now, the majority of people will say that they agree with what we're saying to sound cool, right? But they don't actually agree with it, though. They don't actually agree with it. You know what I'm saying? They don't agree with it at all. You know what I'm saying? If this was gaslighting, you know what I'm saying? If this was false, if this was fake, there would be a lot more people in here. If this was just something to just, you know, rub somebody's little booty and make them feel good, you pat your little booty while you got your diaper on, make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? If that's what this was, man, it'd be like 500 people in here cheering it on. You know what I'm saying? But people know when they hear this stuff, it hits them deep inside because they know that they got this right inside of them and they can't take it. Shout out to Terrence Jackson. What's good with you, bro? You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why a lot of people are cowards and they don't really break these kind of situations down and they don't really talk about them. A lot of real talk. A lot of people are such blue pill simps. They honestly don't know how to break this kind of situation down. Like I said, we got a generational simp issue. There's a lot of dudes out there that don't know that they're simps. You're a simp. Let's clean up your little diaper. You know what I'm saying? Let's clean up your little diaper. Anybody got some diapers? I know somebody.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
Yeah, Mr. Jamal, brother Jamal got some diapers we can borrow. You know what I'm saying?
Investigation. They recently hired former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot as a special investigator. The mayor Henyard says trustees don't have the authority to hire Lightfoot.
You know, it's veto power. So how dare you think you could come to someone's town and start working or doing something, even though we said something stating it's illegal.
It's illegal. You know what I'm saying? That's like e-cigarette. This is what it looks like. This is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. You know what I'm saying? When doves cry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Facts. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said facts, bro. Simps telling the men of Dalton to man up, and at the same time they're supporting Tiffany Henyard. Facts. But not telling people that are alleged of sexually assaulting people to man up. Could you imagine if every city in the United States was like Dalton? What would the United States look like? Would people be as proud of America as they are now? Because, you know, I've never been a fan of America. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people, and there's a newly adopted sentiment of people being proud of America and wearing it all over their chest, which I find interesting, especially given our history here. But sure, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's YouTube. I don't run it. I just run my mouth on it. You know what I'm saying? But what if America was ran like this? All the cities in America. How do y'all think that America would look? If every city in America was ran like this, the entire United States would look like Stephen A. Smith's hairline. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Patrick Taylor in the comment section dropping too much truth. And who put the people in power? You know what I'm saying? Who put the people in power? Facts. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug says simps will only speak on essay when the women give them their cue. Facts. And if the person that's involved with the essay, cough R. Kelly, is somebody that a lot of women like, you know what I'm saying? Then the guys who are saying like this dude is a creep will get shut down. Again, cough R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Lori Lightfoot as a special investigator. The mayor Henyard says trustees
Shout out to Val.
don't
What's
have the
good with it,
authority
Val?
to hire Lightfoot.
You know, it's veto power. So how dare you think you could come in someone's town and start working or doing something, even though we said something stating it's illegal. We cited the code and everything in here, and she will not be paid for services.
Lightfoot was to be paid $400.
So again, one thing I want you guys to pay very close attention to Tiffany Henyard's playbook, because that's one thing that Tiffany Henyard always does is she makes sure that she gets the maximum pay, and anybody that's a threat to her or any position that's a threat to her position, she makes the attempt to make sure that there's either a reduced amount of money or less money going out to that position. You know what I'm saying? And pay close attention to her that she does that. You know what I'm saying?
An hour, but at this point, it's unclear if she will continue working without payment. Her investigation expected to be completed in 60 days. Reporting from Dalton, I'm Regina Waldrop. NBC 5 News.
Regina, we know you will stay on it. Thank you so much.
New developments tonight in the criminal investigation happening in South Suburban Dalton. NBC 5 News has confirmed another subpoena was delivered at Village Hall earlier this week, requesting specific information about Mayor Tiffany Henyard and other key figures in her administration. Our Regina Waldrop's been on the story from the beginning. She takes a deeper look tonight at the records that federal authorities are requesting and what's next.
A source close to the investigation provided NBC5 with this copy of the latest court order. It asked.
All right, so I think that this kind of overlapped with the other news article that we watched about this. All right. So shout out to Terrence, DJ TJ. Shout out to DJ Terrence Jackson. If Terrence Jackson is still in the chat, make sure y'all show him some love, throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat. Terrence put this article into the Discord yesterday, and this article has to do with the LAWZ because it's just the same thing that the LAWZ do. And you're not going to really hear about the LAWZ because, interestingly, the people who have the biggest issue with the Democrats, in many cases, you don't even hear them talking about stuff that the LAWZ do until it becomes a big story. You know what I'm saying? That you know, just saying. You know what I'm saying? Now, how many people heard about this? Police who shot Florida airman 6 times in his home may have entered wrong apartment, family says. Sounds like he was using that Amber Geiger playbook, or either using that Amber Geiger excuse. Now, this pig went and shot a damn military airman. This fuzz, you know what I'm saying? What y'all think about that? And take a wild guess where it happened. Imagine that. Imagine that. Florida. People sure are getting brave to just delete random black people as they feel in Florida, aren't they? Now, let me ask you guys a question. You think that Ron DeSantis is going to set up a GoFundMe account for this family here? An attorney for the family of a Florida Special Operations Airman who was shot and deleted at his home by local police said Wednesday that officers responding to a reported disturbance may have entered the wrong apartment. But let me guess, he should have complied, according to Popular America, right? Complied with what exactly? He did comply with the law of the land. He's dead. That's the compliance for black people. You die whenever we feel like making you die. That's the compliance. Senior Airman Roger Fortson, who was 23, so this was a young man, still had probably about 75% of his life to go, who was assigned the 4th Special Operations Squadron at Hurlburt Field, was alone in his apartment May 3rd when police burst through the door and fatally shot him 6 times, according to Ben Crump, an attorney representing Fortson's family. Same thing that Amber Geiger did. You know what I'm saying? Same thing that Amber Geiger did. The Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office was responding to a disturbance between a man and a woman in the apartment building, and deputies shot Fortson, who was black, multiple times in the chest, according to radio communications. The circumstances surrounding Roger's death raise serious questions that demand immediate answers from authority, especially considering the alarming witness statement that the police entered the wrong apartment. Oops. The narrative released by law enforcement, which falsely suggests that Roger posed a threat, is deeply troubling and inconsistent with the details provided by witness. Well, this is the black male curse. This is the left swipe. You know what I'm saying? Least desirable man. Dusty being popularized as a term. Everybody using the word NIGGA. Talks of black on black crime for decades that has been sold to the United States to be able to provide backup for any time anybody wants to harm a black man, to give us less protection. This is what the bell curve was set up for, to always have an alibi when it's quote unquote deemed necessary, or when there needs to be a quote unquote necessary deemed excuse to delete a black man. Anybody else, we need to prove that they did something wrong. If you're a black man, you got to prove that you've done anything right in your entire life. This is one of the reasons why I don't know why people are not as motivated to change certain things that we could talk about in the Discord and not really, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube. Now, you know, he's an All-American, right? This dude is an All-American. And he's a military. You think anybody going to talk about him in terms of that? No. Well, he was a thug. He's dusty. You got female content creators on YouTube probably celebrating this. They don't even know this, man. The same way people were celebrating when old girl got deleted. They don't know her. You know what I'm saying? Roger was home alone, causing no disturbance when his life was tragically cut short by law enforcement. Now, the population at large, this is the expected result. Hey, you live some, you win some, you lose some. You people should just be happy that you're here in the United States. And if this matters so much, then the crime rate in Chicago should go down. That's the logic, right? Yeah, bullet bags. Shout out to our allies. Umar Johnson, right? Shout out to the allies. Bullet bags. Glocktavius, right? Shout out to the allies. You know what I'm saying? The sheriff's office did not immediately respond to requests for comment on the attorney's claims. Now, why do you guys think that is? The sheriff's office recently came under scrutiny after one of its deputies resigned following an internal investigation last year of an incident in which he fired his weapon multiple times at a detained suspect after mistaking the sound of an acorn hitting the roof of his patrol vehicle as a gunshot. GolfLive.com reported. So I had saw this. Moxie Approved had actually done a live stream about this particular situation. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that this was the same police department. So this is a police department with a history of trigger happy cops. I mean, did y'all see the live? Did y'all see the video? The dude was rolling around on the ground like a video game, shooting at the car with the person handcuffed inside of it. Y'all ever seen that? I mean, this dude, he was rolling around. It was crazy how homeboy was rolling around on the ground. Hold on real quick. Let me see. I mean, this dude was screaming. It was wild. Hold on. We about to look at this real quick. Yeah, it's the same department. How many of y'all saw that story? If y'all saw that story, give me a thumbs up. If y'all didn't see that story, then give me a thumbs down. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on real quick. Now, this is an acorn that had fell. You know what I'm saying?
Just fired!
Now you just rolling around like you ain't got no damn sense because nobody heard any damn thing. I mean, he just bust out into a full-on flip.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I've got morons on my team. Idiots! I'm surrounded by incompetent idiots!
Now, you know, we've seen this kind of stuff before. You can hear a gunshot. Maybe they should make a policy where police officers shouldn't park under trees if it's going to be like this. I mean, if this is that big of if this is that serious of a problem, maybe the police need to just stop parking under trees. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think?
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
And he's sitting there yelling he's hit. He's yelling that he's hit by what? What did you get hit by? This is what they call law enforcement. Yeah, I gotta agree, and I'll tell you what else. This might happen a lot more if those acorns don't start announcing themselves as if them acorns don't start announcing themselves as acorns. If them acorns, hey man, if them acorns don't start announcing themselves as acorns, there's gonna be problems out here.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! I'm here! What? I'm there! In the car! I shot through the car! Oh!
I mean, like, what happened when he like realized that he wasn't shot? Like, do you see this whole act? But again, like, this doesn't happen though.
I'm good. I feel weird, but I'm good.
That's because you are weird. And you probably feel weird because you're a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you could do all that and you just got hit. You just got shot. Shout out to Black Knight Discussions. What's good with it, bro? Yeah, like you could do all that. Again, like these now, mind you, right? And shout out to Moxie, because when he was talking about this, he was making the point that like police officers are out here doing this. You know what I'm saying? They're allowed to do this, and Trump wants to give police not any type like in complete invincibility. You know what I'm saying? Trump wants to give people complete invincibility. So what that means is that even if it was found that there was some type of issue with what went on right here under Trump, in order to, you know what I'm saying, get galvanized by his voter base, he's offering where police would be protected from prosecution in the event of issues like this occurring. Isn't that comforting? Doesn't that make everybody feel comfortable? Like, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, your life could be over if an acorn drops. And then, you know, all you have to, like, everybody will just say, well, you shouldn't have been black and been right there, basically. You know what I'm saying? They'll give the Ahmaud Arbery excuse. Well, you just shouldn't have been black. You know what I'm saying? Just like this guy, just like Botham John, like they just shouldn't have been black. You know what I'm saying? But Botham John didn't help their case, you know what I'm saying, rubbing and feeling all up on Amber Geiger, you know what I'm saying, at the court. Like that doesn't really make the case. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I find interesting is that, you know, like white people, they always just sit there and say, like, if Black lives really mattered, X, Y, Z, right? But do you notice that no white people said, well, if Black lives really mattered, why was y'all up in court, like, feeling all over Amber Geiger like y'all was at a strip club? Like, you know what I'm saying? How come nobody said that? Like, they always real quick to say that if Black lives matter shit, but they didn't ask that question, well, why you feeling all over this chick and hugging all up on her and combing and brushing her hair and doing all this weirdo stuff that y'all was doing if Black lives matter? Do you notice that they didn't ask that question? Why do y'all think that they asked the Black Lives Matter question about Chicago and all these other things, but they didn't ask why they were stroking and strumming on this psychotic killer? Why do you guys think that is? They always got the if Black Lives Matter question until there actually needs to be a if Black Lives Matter question, and then it's not asked by them folks. Do y'all notice that?
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
I'm just saying. You know, Fortson lived in an off-base residence, and his special operations squadron at Hobart Field in the Florida Panhandle flies AC-130J Ghost Rider gunships. Now, the second thing that they'll say about this dude is that it's DEI. Well, what happened that got him deleted is that it's DEI. It's DEI. You know what I'm saying? That's what got him deleted. DEI. Those three evil letters that are destroying the United States. It's DEI. That's why he's dead. No, he's not DEI. He's DOA. Because of a cop who had the incompetency that these people tried to put on DEI. Facts. Shout out to Professor Days. They wanted them some Amber, and Amber wanted them dead. Yeah, man, they definitely not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
And I was dying laughing, man. How many of y'all seen, like, I guess they got all this stuff going on, and I guess in the this is hilarious. In the UK, somebody them sat up there and sprayed "They Not Like Us" on some building. They spray painted it on some building, and I'm sitting there dying laughing, like, right? You guys over there aren't like us. I don't know if you realize that, like, I don't know what you're saying or doing, but as long as you understand, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, okay, you're not like us. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're in the UK. You know what I'm saying? Shut your ass up unless it was, you know what I'm saying, one of us who was over there that happened to spray paint that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, though. Like, we know that already. You didn't have to deface one of your buildings. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick came out with the song so that you know that you're not like us. But I guess, like, thanks for spray painting it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, yay. We're going to eat another day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Spider. Make sure y'all show Black Spider some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Black Spider standing on business.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, yo.
Shout out to Black Spider. Definitely appreciate the super sticker. Make sure y'all show her some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Black Spider being the third stream sponsor. Definitely appreciate it. All right. So now Crump said that there was no disturbance and that Fortson was home alone on a video call with another person who reported the airman heard a knock on the door. Fortson, according to the witness, asked who is it, but he didn't receive an answer. After a subsequent aggressive second knock and seeing no one through the peephole, Fortson grabbed his legally owned gun, Crump detailed, which, mind you, Florida is a stand your ground state. So in Florida, anybody that feels threatened should be able to grab their guns, except for, give me the answer in the comment section. As Fortson was walking back to his living room, police entered the apartment and shot him. He reportedly said, "I can't breathe," while on the ground after being shot, probably because he got shot in the lung, Crump said, repeating a witness account of the event. Publicly available police radio audio reviewed by military.com reported a call for a disturbance at an apartment complex at 319 Racetrack Road around 4:30 p.m. local time. Didn't have anything further than a male and a female, and it's all fourth-party information from the front desk at the leasing office, the deputy said on the radio. So now here's my thing. Why didn't they wait for more information? Or why didn't they ask for more information? I mean, and what made them bust his door down? We're just going to bust his door down. You know what I'm saying? A few minutes later, another deputy called in to report shots fired, suspect down, and called for emergency medical services. Multiple gunshot wounds to the chest, black male. Another deputy chimes in shortly after. So that what that basically means is make something up because everybody will believe it, because, you know what I'm saying, there's centuries of propaganda that has our back, where as soon as we say black male, all of a sudden the burden of proof is on the person that is allegedly supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? Fortson was shot 6 times, Crump said in his statement. And again, when it comes to the family, the rest of America, including all of the fresh new immigrants who have come over and adopted the American way, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to those people, you know what I'm saying, who've come over and, you know what I'm saying, decided to join the club. You know what I'm saying? They'll basically say, well, things happen. It is what it is. Move on with your life. Would you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. And real quick, shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't smashed that like button yet, please take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit the bell, and share the stream to your social media. So now let me ask you guys this question. Why is this not important enough for everybody to be talking about it? You guys think that people only talk about these things like when they're really popular and there's a benefit from talking about them, or what? You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? I'm just curious. What's on you guys' mind? You know what I'm saying? No other details, including the circumstances of the department that prompted the local deputies to visit the apartment building, were released. Fortson was taken to an area hospital where he later died. No officers were harmed in the incident. Imagine that. It's usually like that when you know, they deal with you know what I'm saying? Them officers get messed up when they deal with other people over there. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Shout out to Professor Days. The people you expect to talk about this, just radio silent. Well, I mean, it's more important stuff going on, like Kendrick Lamar and Drake, right? You know what I'm saying? Of course. No. Fortson joined the Air Force on November 19th, 2019, according to a copy of his service record provided to military.com. He joined as an AC-130J gunner. Crump added that Roger graduated from high school with honors and had no criminal record. I mean, why would you even have to say any of that? When I saw him, I just assumed that. I'm just saying. And the reason why I assumed that is because I graduated with honors and I have no criminal record. And he is like me. You know what I'm saying?
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
Hey, shout out to AV Promotions on some BS. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AV Promotions. Make sure y'all show AV Promotions some love. Throw some flames and some radiation emoji and some ducks in the chat. Hey, AV Promotions. Oh, man. AV Promotions said, I'm not getting reception where I am, but good in eyes. How many? Shout out to Stephen Nimley. What's good with it, bro? How many people have seen the gut and eyes move? I guarantee you that if the police were trained in the gut and eyes move, there would be less fatalities. This needs to be part of all academy training. See, the detective here in Blue Streak, he was trained in the gut and eyes move, and nobody ended up dying as a result. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ended up dying. If y'all ain't never seen the gut and eyes move, here you go.
Do the move that you do. The gut and eyes move. All right.
That's when the guts just went splat. that's when the guts went splat.
That's where the guts went. Just dropped it. I'm dead.
Man, that never gets old, man. Hey, that never gets old, man. Shout out to AV Promotions, man. Make sure y'all show some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for AV Promotions. And shout out to Stephen Nimley for becoming a member. I definitely appreciate it. Make sure y'all throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Stephen Nimley for becoming a member. And like I said, we getting deep with the memberships. The membership's only 99 cents. It helps the channel. You know what I'm saying? More of y'all should become members. That would definitely help. Shout out to Steven. Make sure y'all show him some love because all of the green team is always standing on business, and we definitely appreciate it.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the march of dimes.
Definitely appreciate it, bro. Definitely appreciate it. And I gotta agree. If you guys agree with Katsy, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. The deputy should have announced himself, plain and simple. Facts. Facts. Very simple. Right? But that's asking too much, though. That's asking entirely too much. You know what I'm saying? The deputy involved was not identified in the news and was placed on, imagine this, paid administrative leave. Now, let me ask you guys this. Why do you think that he was placed on paid administrative leave? Got to make sure that you get paid. Had the money, y'all. It's black people around. You know what I'm saying?
Had the money, y'all. There's poor people around. I'm rich, biatch.
Yeah, facts. If you guys agree with Miss Nisi, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. PC, of course. Yeah. Facts. On Monday evening, Okaloosa County Sheriff Eric Aiden released a statement saying that the department was quote unquote saddened by the incident and calling for further investigation into the shooting. They're saddened. How many people believe that they're saddened? How many people? Here's an even better question. How many people care? I don't care. I care about the family. You know what I'm saying? I care about the loss of life of that young man who clearly had his life going in the right direction. And it's just interesting how, don't you guys find it interesting? You know, it seems like all these people that tend to just get deleted like this, many of them are people that got their lives going in the right direction. This kind of stuff never happens to like hardcore gangbangers. You think that's on purpose? Oh, he's on the honor roll. Make sure you take him out. I think it is. And I also think that, you know, a lot of these kids, like the 6 and 7 year olds that always die in the shootouts, and, you know, they somehow catch a stray bullet. These little kids that always seem to tend to be like black child prodigies that take a stray bullet. I think that the police hire the gangs to do that. And the gangs, the criminals are unorganized coons. They're stupid. They're simps, pookies and mama boys. You know what I'm saying? And so they'll do $1 for anything. They'll do anything for $1. So that, you know, they probably do what the corrupt police pay them to. You know what I'm saying? Criminals are the worst. Criminals are. I told. There's a thin line between coons, criminals, and simps. They definitely all on the same family tree. You know what I'm saying? There's a special kind of criminal that's organized and somewhat, you know what I'm saying? Like they kind of do certain things that make a little bit of sense. But the type of criminals running around destroying neighborhoods that Neely Fuller Jr. is talking about, thin line between them simps and coons. That's why you see a lot of these rappers that are out here stupid acting out, because they're simps. They're dumb. How many rappers are having beefs and nonsensical stuff going on over fights over women and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Like they're simps. They rap all this hardcore stuff and then they're not about that life, while sitting there saying that everybody else isn't about that life. You know what I'm saying? If there was a choice between, you know what I'm saying, in a fight, a rapper versus an intellectual, I'm picking an intellectual to win all day, because the intellectual is just gonna torture their mentally weak ass. You know what I'm saying? So we're supposed to be thrilled about this. I immediately placed the deputy on administrative leave and have asked the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to conduct the investigation that is required in such incidents, which is basically a cover-up. They're going to send the file to their friends, an internal investigation, sit it on a desk somewhere for a couple of days, and then when it finally collects its first traces of dust, they're going to say we didn't find anything and keep it pushing. And then they'll give the family a measly $1 million settlement, you know what I'm saying, and call it a day. And nobody's gonna end up going to jail. And this police officer, for the most part, will probably end up working, you know what I'm saying, at another police department. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably end up working at another police department, because that's what the laws do. You know what I'm saying? That's what the laws do. You know what I'm saying? Now, all of these stories, right? All this insanity that goes on with these corrupt pigs. My question is, where's the content about it? Me personally, like, man, when I look at what I see on YouTube and all this, I really don't think that people are as outraged about the police as they claim that they are. I don't believe it. Like, I don't believe y'all. Sorry. I don't believe y'all. Because it's literally like mad. We got a whole playlist. I got 2 playlists specifically dealing with the police on 2 different channels, and I got a separate channel called The LAWZ that is strictly this kind of content. People are so upset about the police, but you really rarely hear anybody concentrating solely on talking about what the police are out here either doing or not doing. Yeah, I gotta agree. If you guys agree with Professor Days, it should be whole channels about this. Where they at? I've been looking for them and Alien Life, and I guarantee you will find Alien Life before we find them channels talking about this. You know what I'm saying? So what we about to do now is we're gonna look at some more pigs. We're going to look at some more pigs. Now, this guy is an actual pig, right? He's an actual pig. You know what I'm saying? And when I say he's an actual pig, I mean he's an actual police officer. You know what I'm saying? But in addition, he's another type of pig. And I'm gonna let you guys hear what type of pig this dude is right here.
A high-ranking Ohio National Guardsman facing troubling accusations. Stephen Vicario is a lieutenant colonel and is accused of raping a child.
According to court records, he has been accused.
So again, like now, instead of saying no Diddy, people should say no National Guard. You know what I'm saying? Like pause, no National Guard. Or here's a better one. Pause, no Drake. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like instead of, you know what I mean? Like the Diddy era, the Diddy time has passed. Now it's time to say, you know, when you hear something like this, pause, no Drake. You know what I'm saying?
A high-ranking Ohio National Guardsman facing troubling accusations. Stephen Vicario is a lieutenant colonel and is accused of raping a child.
According to court records, he has been accused of rape between October 2022 and October 2023. NBC4's Jackie Gellis joins us now live. Jackie, you were in the courtroom today. What'd you learn?
Jared and Jennifer, it all started when a woman brought a child into the Delaware Police Department. The woman told police that she found Vicario in a bedroom with the minor, who was not fully clothed. Stephen Vicario pleading not guilty on all counts in front of a Delaware County judge Wednesday morning. He's been charged with 3 counts of rape, as well as tampering with evidence and gross sexual imposition. The charges stem from 2 alleged incidents, one on November 5th, 2023, when a woman brought a 14-year-old girl to the police department. Police escorted the victim to the hospital for examination. And according to the state, the DNA taken was consistent with Vicario's.
Now, here's my question. They said that the DNA taken was consistent with this pig. Now, here goes, no Vicario, pause. Now, here goes my question. How would that have happened? How would that have happened? I think we know, right? But what I find interesting about this is how not worthy for coverage that this story is. Don't you guys think that that's interesting? I think that it's extremely interesting how not worthy for coverage that this story is. This right here, freaky ass boy, he is 69 God. You know what I'm saying? Freaky ass boy, he is 69 God. He a freaky ass pig. He is 69 God.
He's a lieutenant colonel currently serving as the Mobilization Plans and Readiness Division Chief with the Ohio National Guard. In a statement to us from a representative, it says he is currently absent without leave. While discussing recommendations when it came to setting bond, the state attorney wanted to make it clear that Vicario had no direct or indirect contact with the victim or witnesses.
Your Honor, I want to make the court aware that this defendant has had continued contact with a witness in this case. There's recordings where they are discussing this case and about him being on her being on his team. All of this very concerning.
The defense attorney asked that the bond be set much lower than $500,000.
So they want the bond set lower than $500,000. So what you guys are seeing here is that they already have the fix in the system in place here to protect this good American man. Now, again, remember, I don't know if this would be a punishable offense on. You know what I'm saying, under Trump, based on what he said about as far as police immunity. I don't know how that would work, but again, that's concerning, right? We would need more details. But the fact of, somebody just being able to walk based on something like this, to be able to appease a certain sector of voters, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of concerning, you know what I'm saying?
At much lower than $500,000.
Mr. Vicario is a longtime resident of Delaware County, is a homeowner since 2012, not a flight risk, has full-time employment as Lieutenant Colonel in the Adjutant General's Department of the National Guard. Has contacts.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Facts. Win Loser Rug said, where are all the channels talking about this? I forgot. YouTube will shadow ban a black creator talking about this and funnel viewers to the white creators, or funnel them to the black creators that aren't talking about this. they'll do that too. There's always a couple. You know what I'm saying? There's always a couple, you know what I'm saying, that benefit. That's one of the reasons why they fight for it. You know what I'm saying? But that's off code to say that.
In the area.
The judge ordered Vicario to have no contact with the victim or witnesses, adding that should Vicario post bond, he will be ordered to wear a GPS monitoring device. A bond has been set for $500,000, and a trial date was scheduled for June 25th. Local for you in Delaware, I'm Jackie Gillis, NBC4.
All right. So that's nasty. What's wrong with Michigan, man? Shout out to the Michigan people. We got anybody from Michigan in the building? Shout out to Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the problem is with the police officers in Michigan, but they got really bad cops there. Really bad cops. You know what I'm saying? They have some horrible police officers in Michigan. This guy right here is one of them. Michigan cop bought drugs. So this dude is a bop. This dude is a geek, a fiend. You know what I'm saying? He uses the N-word. You know what I'm saying? And then Holly police hired him. How many stories do we got like this that we've talked about on this channel? Trump one of them freaky nine. Trump one of them freaky ass presidents. You know what I'm saying? A 69 God. You know what I'm saying? Freaky ass president. He a 69 God. You know what I'm saying?
Tonight, the 7 investigators are revealing a problem cop's startling misconduct that his own department never knew about.
It's just the latest example in our ongoing investigation.
Off the rip, 10 seconds in. Can't even get started in the video. What do you mean his own department didn't know about it? How did his own department not know? How did his own department not know? Seriously, how does his own department not know?
Tonight, the 7 investigators are revealing a problem cop's startling misconduct that his own department never knew about.
It's just the latest example in our ongoing investigation, revealing how officers have been able to leave one agency under a cloud of controversy, only to join another.
Here's 7 investigator Ross Jones.
It's 8 o'clock on the morning of December 4th, 2020, and Oakland County Sheriff's Deputy Greg Marone is behind the wheel at the start of his shift. His dash camera just began recording, not because Marone turned it on, but because he's driving so fast. At more than 90 miles per hour, it kicks on automatically. It's not clear if Marone realized he was being recorded.
So this dude was driving. Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys this question: have you all ever been in an area where the speed limit is 99 or 90 miles an hour? Have you guys ever driven in an area or a municipality like that? If you guys have ever driven in an area where the speed limit is 90 miles an hour, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't, then give me a thumbs down. Let's start there.
Take the next right on Dutton Road. Marone is on duty, in uniform, and in his sheriff's vehicle, but this trip is not about police business. Listen as the deputy sends a voice-to-text message from his phone.
I'm going to need a few minutes, or I don't know what, because I need to go to the bank. So it's kind of messed up right now. I have enough to loan you the 100.
He was sending text to a man he would later admit he'd been purchasing Schedule II narcotics from.
All right, let's just check. Let's make sure we got it. Okay. So we got the first thing. Driving 90 miles an hour for the most part is probably illegal, right? It's not legal anywhere. What about just purchasing Schedule II narcotics off the street? Is that legal? Doing it in uniform in your police car too. Like, this dude is a full-on geek. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a full-on fiend, bro. You a zombie. You a crash test dummy. You know what I'm saying?
100.
He was sending texts to a man he would later admit he'd been purchasing Schedule II narcotics from without a prescription.
Give the money to tomorrow, I guess, unless you have it or you have the pills already.
Barone admitted to meeting the man on duty in uniform, and the dash cam captured more.
I mean, like, this dude really, I mean, he did a drug deal on company time with the dash cam on while doing a voice to text transaction that got recorded on audio. Like, you ain't even trying to hide anything. Bro, you ain't even trying to hide anything. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to everybody that's watching. We got 30 people watching, and we got 53 likes. If everybody could take a moment, bang on that like button and get us to 80, that'd be wonderful. Also, if you guys haven't shared the stream to your social media, please take a moment, share the stream to your social media. All right. And if you're not subscribed, wherever you're watching from, take a moment and hit that bell icon twice and subscribe.
What evil. Imagine this.
While arranging the meetup, Deputy Marone passes a dark-skinned woman.
Now you hear this? Now look at this. You guys see this? Look at this. Here comes the N-word, right?
Walking her dog and begins hurling racist slurs.
Imagine monkeys. Whatever you want.
I don't know if you've ever seen a monkey, but when they shave, they have pink transparent skin that looks not like us. You know what I'm saying? As much as these people associate us with monkeys, in the case of monkeys and
they not like us. 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 They not like us.
But when they say they furred, they are like
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
Just saying.
Whatever you want. They get a nice house and they actually think that there's something.
Now you see that? This is how they feel. This is the dinner table. This is the dinner table MAGA talk. This is the dinner table MAGA talk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me personally, like, man, I don't be going around thinking about, you know what I'm saying, what be going on with other people unless I'm, you know, doing some social media content or, you know, reading an article or watching the news or something. I'm not driving down the highway if I'm not encountering anybody thinking about what they might think is going on. But this is what goes on. This is what goes on under brains wrapped in, you know what I'm saying, that there.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
For the record, has anybody ever seen a nappy-headed monkey? If you've ever witnessed a nappy-headed monkey, or you know the genus species name of a monkey that's nappy-headed, can you please drop it in the chat?
When the sheriff's office discovered the video, they opened an investigation. According to sources, Marone admitted to buying Schedule II narcotics on duty. He said he'd done it before, about 10 different times. Coupled with his racist rant, the sheriff's office moved to fire Marone, reporting to the Michigan Commission on Law Enforcement Standards that he resigned in lieu of termination for conduct unbecoming. A warning.
So now you guys see this, right? He didn't even get terminated, so there's no termination record. You know what I'm saying? There's no termination record. But he was allowed to resign without being fired. So what does that do? What that does is that allows him to be able to not have a negative record that follows him, and that allows him to be able to go to other police stations and be able to be hired. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Is that an issue? I mean, it should be. It should be. You would think that it is, but it's not. And the reason why it's not is because you need police officers like this with these kind of qualifications. Let me ask you guys this question. How many of you all would agree that racism is a qualifier of being a police officer? It's an unofficial qualifier. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might not be on the job description, but it's definitely an unofficial, unspoken qualifier. You know, we got to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you got a couple Confederate flags and swastikas at your house. You got a couple hood sheets with pillowcases cut out in them. Okay, fella, let's rub elbows. Okay, fella, you're a good guy. You go to quote unquote wink wink, quote unquote wink wink, the same church that I go to, quote unquote wink wink, the one where they burn crosses. Okay. You sound like a good guy. You sound like a good guy for the job. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
In lieu of termination for conduct unbecoming, a warning to any department looking to hire him.
It's a huge red flag. You know, if one of our background investigators saw that in their background, we would stop background and be done with it.
Which is why they don't put these things in the background, so that they can't be visible, so that this is a value chain at work. This is a network of nonsense to be able to preserve the hireability of police officers, so that these police officers can ensure that these worthless pieces of crap are always able to have some type of income coming in. They do all of these workarounds to make sure that these people have a minimum financial means. Again, remember, what we're dealing with is a social engineering that's designed to perpetuate the survival of one particular group of people and elevate other groups of people based on their cooperation with perpetuating the survival of that one group. It's a giant pyramid scheme. Okay? So this is what people got to understand. You know what I'm
saying? Looking to hire him.
It's a huge red flag. You know, if we saw our background investigators saw that in their background, we would stop the background and be done with it. We wouldn't even take a chance on it.
They wouldn't, but another department did.
He was a good officer.
This dude literally just said everything. I mean, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I mean, immediately, he's a good guy. By what standards? Oh, because I said so. Oh, what makes about you saying so important? Because I don't think that he's a good guy. I think that he's a racist, drug-addicted piece of human feces. You know what I'm saying? But clearly our opinions differ. Now, why Chief Narsh do you think that this guy is such a good guy? Facts. If you guys agree with Patrick Taylor, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Florida is recruiting police officers like this. This guy right here that this video is about, these are the kind of police officers. If Ron DeSantis could get all the police down there like this, he'll be thrilled about it. The biggest issue that he would have would be the drug addiction, maybe, but like the N-word, all that, definitely a qualifier. You know what I'm saying? Down with the good old boy network, definitely a qualifier. Shout out to Catsy. Catsy said, nah, she don't want him down here. Facts. He would have been another one rolling around on the ground, ducking and dodging acorns. You know what I'm saying? Ducking and dodging acorns. Let's get this in again so that people can hear this.
To any department looking to hire him.
It's a huge red flag. You know, if we saw that, one of our background investigators saw that in their background, we would stop the background and be done with it. We wouldn't even take a chance on it.
They wouldn't, but another department did.
He was a good officer. He treated the people of Holly and the staff here with respect.
Chief Jerry Narsh hired Marone at the Holly PD in March of 2022, without, he admits today, fully understanding just why he left his job with the sheriff.
So why would you hire him then? How many stories? You guys remember we did those videos about those police officers that had a similar circumstance And I think that they were in Denver. They were in Colorado. You guys recall that? If you guys remember that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't remember that, give me a thumbs down. You guys remember that?
A little over a year into Marone's time in Holly, he would get an idea. Last July 4th records show Marone arrived for work and unwell. He had extreme difficulties using his police radio, according to an investigation, repeatedly dropped his cell phone, and when he got behind the wheel, couldn't drive faster than 10 miles per hour. He was taken to the hospital where a blood test was positive for buprenorphine, prescribed to help treat opioid addiction, along with another drug.
Now, how many people know what buprenorphine is? If you guys know what buprenorphine is, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't know what buprenorphine is, give me a thumbs down. How many people know what buprenorphine is? If you guys know what buprenorphine is, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't, then give me a thumbs down. Now, again, I want you guys to pay very close attention, right? I want you guys to make sure, like, you guys start calling out people that act like they're so outraged about what goes on with the police. Because, again, we talk about the police and what goes on with the police over here all the time. And as you guys can see, look at what the numbers reflect. I got 4,000 subs on this channel. So again, this is what I'm saying. People got to start punking people. You know what I'm saying? Now, buprenorphine is a drug that's an artificial narcotic. It's a synthetic narcotic. It's an opiate like morphine derivative that's extremely powerful. That's actually illegal in the United States for use by itself, but it's sold in a combination form with Narcan in a drug called Suboxone. If you're somebody that takes Suboxone, you're a geek. You used to have an addiction to opioids. So this clown right here, this police officer, based on the fact that he can't go 12 hours probably without a damn Narcan, a damn Suboxone strip under his tongue. This dude used to be addicted, or probably still is addicted, to Percocets or some type of oxycodone or Oxycontin. You guys think that he's ever stole any from the evidence room? Anybody that's on Suboxone, they're on Suboxone either to try to slow down and stop and suppress the symptoms of addiction, or they're on there because they're getting some Suboxone to substitute for some addiction that they have, because they can't get their hands on either some heroin or some Percocet. You know what I'm saying? So when they talk about the opiate epidemic, this dude here you go. He's making these opiate choices. You know what I'm saying?
He was taken to the hospital where a blood test was positive for buprenorphine, prescribed to help treat opioid addiction, along with another drug that Holly police would not reveal.
Now, why wouldn't they reveal it? I mean, so much for police transparency, right? I mean, they literally can just release and not release whatever it is that they want to, however it is that they want to, at their own discretion, with literally like no rules. Let me ask y'all this. What drug do y'all think was in his system? I wouldn't be surprised if it was meth or dog food.
They said Marone had prescriptions for both, but hadn't disclosed either. Marone said he was under treatment for medical and sleep conditions and did not wish to harm the department. He resigned. Chief Narsh told us there were no warning signs in Marone's background.
How do you get to resign? And then now there's no warning signs in his background. Of course there's no warning signs in his background. There's no warning signs in his background because he's encouraged and allowed to retire in lieu of termination. So since he's retiring or quitting in lieu of resignation, in lieu of termination, none of this stuff will carry through. So I want you guys to pay very close attention to how these guys pad and protect each other. Do you guys see how they pad and protect each other? This is why you can't trust any police officer. You cannot trust any police officer, because you as a civilian have no way of knowing what the department has hid from you, or what they've looked past, or what prior departments have helped them to hide. Okay.
Investigation.
And there was nothing specific or anything relating to addiction or medical issues that was discovered in his file.
Are you sure about
Other than the phone call where he got caught like going to buy drugs, like duh. So I want you guys to pay very close attention. Now, this is what they say doesn't happen. This kind of dynamic here, this blatant lying in front of everybody's face and it just being okay because of who this guy is. This is the stuff that they say doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. If you go to Fox News, they'll tell you right now, if you talk to Bill Mayer right now, they'll tell you that this is just hyperbole and nonsense in a case that doesn't really happen, despite the fact that we have entire playlists of videos where this has happened city after city, state after state.
In his file.
Are you sure about that?
I'm quite sure.
We showed him the dash cam video we just shared with you.
He called the woman a monkey. He called the woman the N-word. He admitted to buying Schedule II narcotics in uniform on duty. And you hired him.
Not knowing that.
Well,
because you didn't look for that, you incompetent slug. Not knowing that.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real. Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
That's that high IQ at work.
I've got morons on my team.
We've got morons on this planet.
Idiots! I'm surrounded by incompetent idiots!
So I want you guys to pay very close attention. Now these are the actual accountability police, right? This goes beyond YouTube. So again, we got the crossover from the messy channel to the news channel, right? These are the actual accountability people. These are the people that actually drive around in vehicles to allegedly hold people accountable with handcuffs. And as you guys can see here, in the face of having to be held accountable, they act like the YouTube accountability police. They just can't hold themselves accountable. So this is, again, substantiating more of my talking points that the accountability police are literally the same as the people that they patrol and act like they're going after. Again, another story, another case study of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, sure. You know, we kind of covered up certain things about Daisy to make her feed our narrative. Yeah, sure. We kind of looked past certain things about this drug addicted pig and hired him. Same thing.
in uniform on duty. And you hired him.
Not knowing that.
Well, and that's kind of the point, isn't it?
Well, it is.
To be clear, Holly PD did conduct a background investigation into Marone, just not a complete one. They reviewed his personnel file, but never saw the investigation that triggered his ouster. Efforts by Chief Narsh to obtain a copy were turned down by a county clerk. But instead of digging further, the chief...
So the county clerk... Why did the county clerk turn it down? You guys see all the layers of protection to make sure that they maintain a decent public appearance? Why the smoke screen? Seriously, y'all, we got to break that down. Why the smoke screen? Make it make sense.
By a county clerk, but instead of digging further, the chief says he took Marone's word for why he was forced out. He said it was for a poor driving history.
Yeah, going to 90 miles an hour, you know what I'm saying, and driving to go buy drugs while on duty in uniform in a, assigned police car. And now, why did he take Marone's word for it? What history of honesty or reputation did Marone have to where this officer here would have just said, I could trust this guy? Didn't have anything to do with any history except for, the history of 1776. You know what I'm saying? That's the only history that went into why he trusted this guy, because otherwise there's no other reason for him to have trusted him. But these things don't exist, though. And if you talk about them, you're the crazy one for bringing it up.
This is going to sound like a dumb question, but is it ever smart to hire a police officer without knowing exactly why his last department got rid of him?
Bob Stevenson is executive director of the Michigan Association of Chiefs of Police.
We feel very strongly that as part of the background check.
Shout out to Unsunken One. Unsunken One said, the chief looks like he can call upon the ancient spirits of evil. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? When you're the youngest people in the world, you don't have anything ancient about you. So you definitely don't have any ancient spirits of evil, because he ain't like
They
us.
not like us. They 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 not like us.
And you know what I'm saying? These people are terrified of ancient spirits of evil. That's why they made Haitian people, you know what I'm saying, worship Christianity. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That chief, he's a youngin. He calling on the Garden of Eden. he's a young buck, you know what I'm saying? He calling on the Garden of Eden, you know what I'm saying? He ain't calling on no ancient spirits of evil, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't like, ugh.
You have to interview and talk with all previous employers that a person has worked for.
But in the case of Greg Marone, the sheriff's office says Holly never reached out to his supervisors, not his sergeant, lieutenant, captain, major, or undersheriff. They did talk to two references that Marone provided who didn't mention what we uncovered.
How could you hire a guy and miss that?
Well, and I think that's what we're trying to fix and resolve, right? And
that didn't answer the question. So now you see him doing the daisy dance. He doing the daisy dance. Y'all see again, the actual accountability police are actually moving like the YouTube accountability police. So again, the messy channel crosses over to the news channel, and you can see that in any of these situations, all of these people act the same, whether it's Daisy, Tiffany Hinyard, you know what I'm saying, Abba and Preach, or the actual police. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what we're trying to fix and resolve, right? And how did we miss people like this? Because that individual would not work for the Holly Police Department.
Yeah, but he did.
But he did.
But he did.
Greg Marone did not respond to.
Oh shit! Hold on, real quick. I don't know what just. Oh, hold on, real quick. I don't know what just happened. Hold on, real quick, y'all. Hold on, real quick. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. All right, my bad. Let's see. Smash that like button real quick, y'all. If you guys haven't smashed that like button. Also, if you guys haven't shared the stream, take a moment, share the stream. Yeah, so did you guys see what happened when he was asked, but you hired him? No. No words. How do you just get to sit up there? You shouldn't be allowed to be able to just sit up there and have no words. Shout out to Miss Nisi for being a like enforcer. Throw some like enforcers in the chat for Miss Nisi. Appreciate you, Miss Nisi.
Or medical issues that was discovered in his file.
Are you sure about that?
I'm quite sure.
We showed him the dash cam video we just shared with you.
He called the woman a monkey. He called the woman the N-word. He admitted to buying Schedule II narcotics in uniform on duty. And you hired him.
Not knowing that.
Well, and that's kind of the point, isn't it?
Well, I want to ask you guys in the chat. He said that he hired this individual, quote unquote, not knowing that. But the question that we got to ask is, why did he not know that? Right? Like that's the question that we got to ask. How is it that he didn't know that? There's a reason why he, quote unquote, didn't know that. Could that reason of why he didn't know that be because I don't really want to sit up here and look for that. I just want to give this guy a job. Could that be the reason? Could that be the reason? Yeah, facts. If you guys agree with Miss Nisi, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree with Miss Nisi, give me a thumbs down. Because his didn't want to know. Facts.
Well, it is.
To be clear, Holly PD did conduct a background investigation into Marone, just not a complete one. It's personnel, but never saw the investigation that triggered his ouster. Efforts by Chief Narsh to obtain a copy were turned down by a county clerk. But instead of digging further, the chief says he took Marone's word for why he was forced out. He said it was for for a poor driving history.
This is going to sound like a dumb question, but is it ever smart to hire a police officer without knowing exactly why his last department got rid of him?
Bob Stevenson is executive director of the Michigan Association of Chiefs of Police.
We feel very strongly that as part of the background check, you have to interview and talk with all previous employers that a person has.
Government flu says hindsight is 2020. There's no such thing as hindsight. There's no such thing as hindsight.
Has worked for.
But in the case of Greg Marone, the sheriff's office says Holly never reached out to his supervisors, not his sergeant, lieutenant, captain, major, or undersheriff. They did talk to two references that Marone provided.
If there was a such thing as hindsight, there would be a learning curve that we could apply to these kind of situations. But instead, what you see is that there's a alleged flat learning curve, which I would tend to say that the learning curve that is gained from these type of situations is to find more effective ways to hide these pigs instead of actually finding ways to quote unquote filter them. Or what they want to do is filter it where these kind of pigs are the ones that actually come through the filter and are signed on to the department.
Who didn't mention what we uncovered.
How could you hire a guy and miss that?
Well, and I think that's what we're trying to fix and resolve, right? And how
many years have they been trying to fix this? Now, again, remember, this is a high IQ bunch. How many years do we have to take to fix these analog problems? How long has this been quote unquote going on? This has been such a problem that we're trying to fix it. When they say we're trying to fix this, what they're doing is they're trying to quote unquote fix it so that people like him can slip through the cracks so that they don't have to deal with all of the negative media, negative publicity. If you guys agree with that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down.
we miss people like this because that individual would not work for the Holly Police Department.
But he did.
But he did. But he did.
But he did.
Greg Marone did not respond to repeated texts.
Right. Like all three of us, me, the news anchor, and the police department are all in agreement that aside from everything you just said in the 6-minute video, he did work there. And this is not the first case. There's Officer Stephen Q that was in Detroit and just a bunch of other people that we've talked about.
Calls and a letter seeking comment. He is not currently policing. Chief Jerry Narch told me
currently
after our interview that he is now reviewing and revising the department's background investigation procedures in light of our story. And the mission
in light of our story, not because it's the right thing to do. So again, that substantiates what I was saying before. They're only doing this because they got caught. Government Flu says hindsight, now an understanding of a situation or event only after it has happened or developed. Again, which is false because there's already records on this and these people understand these situations. I literally just cited another situation in the same state with another officer, Officer Stephen Q. So they know that all of these things are continuing to happen, which means that they're not understanding anything about the situation. And these situations have happened multiple times. They're currently happening and they keep happening. So there is no hindsight involved in these situations. Again, hindsight doesn't exist. Yeah, hindsight doesn't exist. This right here is evidence that hindsight doesn't exist. Allegedly, there's already laws because of the existing data that we have about these quote unquote look back situations that are allegedly supposed to mitigate and stop this kind of thing from happening. But for some reason, for the IQ of the high IQ people that somehow think that brown skin is associated with monkeys, they think that they're having a learning curve. So where's the look back, quote unquote, in this situation? Where is the quote unquote hindsight that you say exists in this situation? Because again, according to your definition, understanding of a situation, right? So again, where's the hindsight in this situation? Because we've talked about these particular situations multiple times. Understanding of a situation, right? Clearly, there's documentation, legislation, news reports, massive amounts of statistical data. you guys' favorite FBI statistics? Where's the hindsight here? Where's the hindsight? You can't show any hindsight. And neither could this officer. And ironically, you and that officer are very similar. You want to know how similar? You like rap music? You like rap music? I got something for you.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
Okay.
Michigan Commission on Law Enforcement Standards, which is supposed to ensure that officers like Marone don't slip through the cracks, tells me that in this case, Marone did because of past understaffing challenges in their office. They believe their current staffing levels would prevent something like this from happening.
Now, here's the question. How would staffing levels prevent lax background checks? Time to get to work, nigga. Time to get
Why
to
are you
work.
gay?
Hey, look, I've been waiting for you the whole stream. I've been waiting for you and DJ Elmo the whole stream to direct us to the monkey. That's proof that they ain't like ugh.
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
Oh man. So yo, what I need somebody to do is I need somebody to drop the link in the chat for Just Talking with TD and Rob, because me and TD about to go live and chop it up on Just Talking with TD and Rob. So if you're not subscribed to that channel, make sure you guys take a moment and subscribe to that channel. But because we have such a low number of dedicated viewers who are in here right now, I'm pretty certain that all of you guys in here are already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? So I will see you all over there. All right. So before I get out of here, man, I want to shout out the stream sponsors. We have 5. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the man, Kurt Alden. Definitely appreciate it. Kurt doubling down. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Black Spider as always. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all show Black Spider some love. Shout out to my man, AB Promotions. We gotta do this real quick, man. For my man, AB Promotions. We gotta do this for AB Promotions real quick. Hold on. Oh man, we gotta do it for AB, man. We gotta do it for AB.
What you do? The gut and eyes move. All right.
That's when the guts just go splat.
That's where the guts went.
That's when the guts went splat. You know what I'm saying? Just dropped him. You know what I'm saying? Just dropped him. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Stephen Nimley for becoming a member. The membership is only 99 cents. Membership definitely helps to keep the channel afloat, helps to keep the content coming. And when I have those days of saying, man, I'm just about to straight up quit, I remember that I owe you guys something, and then I have to do some content. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of lock a brother in like that. You know what I'm saying? So consider it. If not, we just appreciate you being here. You know what I'm saying? And as always, ladies and gentlemen,
Came from the clouds. Y'all niggas funny.
Yeah. I fuck about $1 million, I keep it a trend, resilient, they energy off. My image is God reaching deep in the pot, I got features of people like LAWZ. Yeah, RIP on me, TT. The melanin on me, my cheekbone is native, the soil is my where I walk. Some beavers on me, my nigga, go figure, my enemy make enemy scoff. Admit it, your energy off. My frequency killer, you soft. I show people love, they act like they above it, but switch when they see me, I'm lost. I tell the truth when I talk. Niggas wanna be me. I used to sleep in the car till my girl when it crashes in car. Now I got a crib down the street. Young niggas made it so far. I never lose what I'm on. For now I'm cool being me, but I need you to match what I'm on. How you wanna play games when I won? Ay, I play with cash for the fun. Women looking at me, she think I'm needing her on. I'm doing me for me, hun. I never needed no one. I never bleed around sharks. They're saying you are what you eat, but she wanted me to be lunch. God body from the turf, my hair in the breeze. Bitch, I'm Farrakhan, keep the peace. I look out for me.
Yeah, fuck about what they say, I can't hear 'em from the clouds. Ay. I don't talk too much, but these diamonds talking loud. Ay. And I'm turning heads, got these bitches going out. Ay. Fuck about what they say, what they say, what they say. Yeah, I can't hear 'em from the clouds. Ay.
Diamond so vibe, always down to slide. I've been real from the jump start, it's just part of my design. I've been self-made, you know the bills paid, I'm finna spark this up and subscribe. You want a real one, well I'm the real thing, I'm running rampant through a mind. Ayy, yeah, I never lose what I'm on. I'm always cool being me, they never match what I'm on. I play with cash for the fun. God body from the turf, my hair in the breeze. I'm Farrakhan, keep the peace, I look out for me.
Yeah, fuck about what they say, I can't hear 'em from the clouds. Ay. I don't talk too much, but these diamonds talking loud. Ay. And I'm turning heads, got these bitches going out. Ay. Fuck about what they say, what they say, what they. Fuck about what they say, I can't hear 'em from the clouds. Ay.
I'm way up, nothing less than, and I'ma stay up.
Can't hear 'em from the clouds. Ay.
God, please save him for me. Protect his peace, no matter what he